I never thought I'd be saying this, but Fblthp Lost in the Range is actually pretty darn good. And you probably know I love Bolas of Citadel, and this is like a weird take on Citadel, right? You can't play the cards on top of your card immediately, but you can plot them. So it's like tucking it away, putting it into your back pocket for another turn. You can only plot at sorcery speed, so you pay the cost of the card, it goes into exile, and you can play it later as a sorcery. So it doesn't work very well with counter spells unless people cast spells on your turn, but it's still good because you're going to get to cast stuff for 0 in the following turn, and it's just a fabulous card, and I can't believe Fblthp's come a long way. I know he's only a 1/1 still, but look at him. Look at him. He just came in, drew a card, and kind of got lost before, but now he's really found himself in a pretty awesome position as a mono blue commander. I will say, I think he's a hell of a lot better in Arena because it does a lot of the administration for you. I think in paper, this is a bit of a nightmare because you have to keep remembering which card was exiled face down and which is... Well, actually, to be fair, they're all face up, aren't they? But it's still just a lot of admin, like all the piles. You've got exile, discard, hand, it's just a lot of zones to have to keep track of, but I think this is fantastic. One thing that I would recommend synergizing with this guy is... Where is that weird Case of the Lost Witness? So when it enters, conjure 4 Fblthps into your deck, then draw. To solve, you control a legendary homunculus, which is pretty easy because your commander is. And then solved, you may look at the top card of the library and you may play lands and cast spells from the top. So that's basically Burst of Citadel as well. Anything like that is just absolutely, it's freaking incredible. So I find myself in a very weird position. It's a very, very fun commander. The rest of the deck is your typical, pretty much control-y fare. A lot of nice ways to stop your opponent doing things. I know it's a bit mean, but whatever. Let's just give it a go. It's very fun. It's Fblthp, for God's sake. Let's see what kind of funky things we can do. A lot of weird, unique combinations of cards in this deck, and I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't do any of those, I will fly a blimp into your house, and I don't know. I don't really know. Just like and subscribe really helps. And if you wanna support me further than that, you can donate, and that really helps push the levels of joy to the next level. So look at my description below if you want to get a custom video. If you want me to make a video for you, you can become a Patreon member, and that is mega special times for you and also for me. This is a very stacked hand. I've got to keep it really. 3 Planeswalkers and a win con. Holy Muck Molington. Wow. And they're all just spicy arts. Spicier than a Vindaloo, which is a very spicy curry indeed. It will make you get to the toilet more than once. Gyruda will also make you go to the toilet because look at his face. His mouth looks like an anus. So... I haven't seen this guy in ages. Kind of nice to see something a bit different, to be honest. Fblthp's coming out. Don't know what the hell the flavour is. How he's unlocked this potential to foresee the future. I guess he's got a big eye. Big eye mean you can see big thing. Now this is a bit mean because Khan says your opponents can't activate abilities of artifacts. Could make that let's just do that. So if my calculations are correct, they cannot use Warm Pattern or Cold Steel Heart. It's kind of broken, right? He basically says no to a lot of stuff. He says like no to treasures as well. But it's like, why can't I cast my 6-mana spell? And I'm just like, I'm lucky there's no arrows pointing from the abilities to the cards affected, although sometimes I see some people just hover over things like, huh? Is it Fblthp? Is it an island? No. Solemn Simulacrum does give them the 5th, and then next time will be the 6th mana they need, which is irritating, but let's just go for Emrith here. Up. Kind of annoying that they got the Solemn because the Solemn actually means it perfectly goes into Gyruda. If they get anything big off the top like Ulamog and stuff, we are in a bit of trouble. Although at least we can bounce an Ulamog because we've got the chase, and if they do get an ETB, it does mean that they miss out on the cast triggers initially. So Metamorph. I'm going to copy Imrith, you son of a gun. That is a very cheeky. But we do have... What's the ward? The ward 4. Oh, baby crying alert. Let's draw and discard. We need to hit some lands. Discard an artifact. No, I'm going to discard Harbinger and Vanillion Clique. And then just keep upticking. The reason I don't target these, I don't want to make them creatures. I just don't want them to activate. But yeah, we're going to leave Imrith back as a blocker. I'll happily trade Imrith, I think. It is a bit annoying that their Ferox and Metamorph became our guy, but not much we can really do about that. As long as we can protect Khan. I mean, to be honest, he's got 8 loyalty at the minute, so it's kind of a lot of loyalty for them to kind of get through, but you're going for Tezzeret. Happily take that. Have they really, really missed a land drop again? That's kind of crazy, right? Feels strange. The other really nice thing about Fblthp is it works quite well around control, because control stipulation is that it wants to counter what you do, but plotting isn't casting on it. Is it casting? You may look at the top card of your library has plot. You may plot from the top. Cast as a sorcery later on. Yeah, okay, well, they've got their lands with... So basically, they've got a clone deck, which is pretty irritating. I guess if they do get one of our good creatures, we can bounce it with Jace, right? So it's not the end of the world. Ledger Shredder. Get rid of Tefray. So they are going to mill that Barrel's expertise, but if for any reason they don't, then we... Actually, hang on a sec. The Chimmel can actually bounce... Bounce the original Solemn. They've already got use out of it. Oh my goodness, that was such a weirdly technical game, especially when neither of us lost basically 0 life. They were on 24 and we're on 25. Wow, I kind of like a game like that. That was super chess, because it wasn't even about taking someone's life down to 0. It was just a permission denial and us gaining resource advantage with Fblthp. That's kind of cool. I really liked it. That's a very, very rare game to see something like that. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome hand, actually. Mind Stone, Sapphire Medallion makes all of us off cheaper. Sentence Spirit, okay. Happy to bounce that if they choose to level it up. Although, weirdly, they don't have any snow lands. Magic Muffin, not sure. This is kind of a mistake I would normally pull off. How are they going to level up then? Wait, can they just use regular... Has to be from a snow source, interesting. How many counters are they going to run here? Okay, Scry 1. Interesting. How many counters does a Chulane deck have? Not sure. How many Snowlands does a Chulane deck have? That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, that was a strange game. Maybe they realise there's no Snowlands. I need to go to the deck editor, but I've definitely done that before myself, so I can't actually have a go or anything. It's just, I feel bad for them because I've... Oh, it's funny. It's kind of funny. Right, let's keep this. We get to go first. Counter, trigger ability. You'd be surprised how powerful this is, especially against fetch lands. We'll see. Maybe it won't be very powerful at all in this matchup, but they are triple colour. And one would expect them to have some fetchers. Unclaimed territory. They're playing all the things we don't normally see. That's fair enough, though, because we don't have this open anyway. Fathom Fleet Captain. Menace. They can make pirates and stuff. Go to the club. Swing in. Okay, if they want to focus on making pirates, I guess that's fine. Okay, we have to leave up the Archmage's Charm now to counter the Beckett Brass, to be honest. One Power Stone. Or we could just counter the stealing ability they have with the consigned to memory, and then focus on getting out the Chimmel as soon as we can, because we're going to need to. We're going to need to. Oh no, they don't have the mana though. Oh, the beginning of end step's the end step trigger. I guess I just want to make dudes. Oh, it's got menace. Cheeky bugger. Alright, fine. Taking quite a bit just from this bloomin' Fathom Fleet captain, annoyingly. Okay, 4-5. I guess we'll just play Fblthp, leave up the Archmage's Charm. So at least we can double block something. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Probably lose to the... Probably going to lose to one card. Another thing. If they play Beckett Brass, we have to counter it, really. See, at this point, we're looking for a board wipe now. It's just gone too far. So many one-drops that just one-drop pirate, 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 pirate. At least we see if they pay before anything else. Okay, they do. The menace is pretty annoying, I have to say. I'm actually going to steal one of these pirates. The one that they can counter a spell ability. Down to 9. Not fantastic. We're definitely in trouble now. Wash away on top. That ain't going to be useful. I guess we plot that. And we get Palantir. Well, that ain't going to be very useful, is it? I think we just die. 6, 7, 8. I guess we can block. Oh, they got the land for the Beckett Brass. Ugh. Such a shame we got the wash away, but we can't actually use it. Attacking pirates get +2, +0. Oof. Brutal. Yeah, get absolutely smacked by these 3 pirates, damn. Yeah, the speed of the pirates is very impressive. And they did that all with pretty much 3 mana the whole time, yeah. Guess we do lose to speedy, aggressive decks like that. It's very impressive considering that the few amount of rares that actually use it. That's kind of game I kind of like to see. It's just a bit different, you know, a bit different. And I have to appreciate they're using a tribal deck with actual pirates. I think this job and player, you need to be commended. Seriously, you don't see enough of this. Actual tribal, thank you. Honestly, if more people were like you, I think the format would be a lot more fun. Because most people just take a command like this and just fill it with control cards, and suddenly it's just like, oh, I don't really want to play anymore. But this, it's different, and that's what I'm here for. Getting some insanely nice matchups. And when I say nice, I mean it's not just like the same old stuff over and over again. Jax is something we very, very rarely see, unless it's my channel, of course, playing it, which is something I did a few weeks ago. I honestly don't know if Arena is correctly judging this deck, and that just goes to show how stupid it is. We have literally mana drain in our hand. So, I don't know, I feel a bit bad for our opponent, unless their deck is absolutely stacked. Ruby Medallion. I think we'll just counter that for now, because we don't have anything huge to play with the mana drain. I'd rather just wait for a turn where we can kind of ensure... Yeah, tell you what, let's go for that, because they're not going to get Jax's next turn. I think we can safely go for this, especially with the Ward 2. Unless they could have something like a Mountain Lightning Bolt, for instance, but... Hopefully get something good on top as well. Island isn't really what we want to see. Marvin, Murderous Mimic. All activated abilities of creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. Okay, well, we've got ourselves a pretty crazy situation here, where by next turn, all we have to do is counter something that costs 2 mana, and then we can just play the Chimmel. And I think we probably just win after that. Mana drain is so brutal, man. Absolutely hate the artwork for this. Not even just because it's creepy, because it's just disgusting. don't know if that's a compliment. I mean, they probably got told to draw something absolutely disturbing, and I guess they certainly met the criteria there. Oh man, these are such nun games when you play Mana Drain, aren't they? I don't understand really people who like these kind of cards, because it just, when the game is just over like this, like we're going to play Chimel and they're going to quit now. Is that really where we want to be? I don't think so. Unless they have artifact removal, then they could be okay, I suppose. Let's attack, because we certainly don't want to block. Stifle in our hand. That might be useful if they play like a Planeswalker ability or a fetch land, or if we want to stop anything. Cursed Mirror. This is actually perfect, although this has... Okay, no ward. Are they going to copy Fblthp until end of turn? That's interesting. Was that the right move? Surely they would have wanted to get a Chimel ability until end of turn, right? That would have been much better. Oh, well, I'm not going to complain. We have a godly presence on the board here. Whoa, so many lands in a row. It's funny how they quit on the Tezzeret rather than the first Chimel, but there we go. I mean, that's just the power of Mana Drain for you. But, you know, even without Mana Drain, if we'd eventually got to 6 mana, I think even cards like Chimel is kind of just too OP in 1v1. It's a funny position to be like, I want to make powerful decks because everyone like craves for them. Nobody watches my videos unless it's like so OP. But then when you do OP stuff like this, the opponent quits early. So it's this toss up between trying to get your guys' eyes on my videos to get more popular, but then those games just steamroll into victory, and then you're not actually seeing much of a game. So it's more interesting when I make videos where the commanders are probably less known, but then nobody's interested. It's a really weird paradox being a YouTuber creating Magic content, guys. So I don't know. I just try and have a variation. I suppose that's the only way of doing it. Have a bit of both. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead. You know you want to.